when lives are on the line.
Are there any obvious injuries?
These men and women will risk theirs
The lad who was driving got blood coming out of his face.
to save yours.
RTC truck.
They deal with the most serious injuries.
The patient is described as bleeding heavily.
Directly below his ear. There's a lot of blood there.
The most critical illnesses.
The reports of a male who's in cardiac arrest, and without any action, the patient will die.
The two Yorkshire Air Ambulances cover Britain's biggest county.
He's fallen 30 foot from the roof.
Oh yeah. He's got a big cut to his head.
5 million people rely on them
All right, sorry, sweetheart.
to deliver cutting-edge emergency medicine
We're just going to go to sleep. He's not looking particularly good.
at high speed.
If you can activate your major hemorrhage protocol.
Every day brings high stakes.
Oh, that's a smash, you know.
Which is the most poorly. Got 2 kiddies in there, probably that lady there.
So right femur looks like it's gone, doesn't it? Absolutely massive impact, 100 miles an hour, if not more.
High risk.
He's had what we call a VF arrest, so his heart stops.
The early defibrillation is absolutely fantastic, so well done guys, you've done an amazing job.
And high drama.
Your neck doesn't hurt, does it?
No, I've no pain in my neck and my back, I just stayed on the floor.
If you've got the right stuff on, it gives you a really good chance of coming out with minor injuries rather than potentially major life-threatening injuries.
It's rush hour on a winter evening, and at Air Ambulance headquarters, new 999 calls are flooding in.
It's about 100 metres up from Woodlands Drive.
That is a bit of a dodgy road, that as well.
It's one girl, there's 2 young girls and a mother.
Right, so it's 4 patients altogether.
For duty paramedic Paul, this one is close to home.
Okay, let's go. Up, running. Lights are on.
It's happened just down the road from his house.
South to my neck of the woods. Okay, established into the hover. And up we go.
Pilot Lee's flying his medics to Rotherham in South Yorkshire. He'll be landing in pitch darkness.
Okay, so we know western side pylons. Those are what we really want to identify first. Obviously, we're looking at 900 feet to approach, and we'll be about 1,500 feet. So we'll identify the target from where we are now. Yeah.
He's wearing military spec night vision goggles, but this is a dangerous procedure.
NS from 98, we think we're visual scenes to identify line of sight.
There are power lines and trees in the area. All of them could bring Helimed 98 down.
Yeah, I think it's there, buddy. Yeah. Large open field, looks like it's fairly well ploughed. There's a route out there, actually, in there. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is make my approach to that track that you're looking at. Yeah, clear the wires are on the nose now. That's me setting up, speed's good, height's good, and that's us on approach. Roger that.
Lee's inching the helicopter down.
All right, we're down. Okay. And we've landed smoothly.
They've arrived at the scene of a major crash.
Oh, that's a smash, you know.
2 cars head on.
Hey, mate, you all right?
Yeah, how many have we got in that vehicle?
1.
Just 1?
Yeah. Paul's going to assess him.
Yeah.
It's vital they identify the most critical patient.
Gut feeling, mate, which is the most poorly.
Got 2 kiddies in there, probably that lady there, the driver of this vehicle here.
41-year-old Ruth Vernon is trapped. She has serious leg injuries.
Right, Ruth, my name's Paul. I'm one of the pilots on the helicopter. You all right? Okay, whereabouts it hurt?
My left leg.
Okay.
Paramedic Paul will take over Ruth's care. There are 5 patients in all, and Dr. Paul will oversee the operation.
We've got 2 casualties at the moment, approximately 35 to 40-year-old female and a 23-year-old male, both been in quite a heavy, fast head-on collision, maybe combined speed of 100 miles an hour, if not more.
Ruth's 2 kids are in the back seat of the family car.
So how many we got in here then, Mark?
This is 2 little girls here. This little girl, slightly older, just complaining of pain at the top of her right leg.
Okay.
The driver of the other car is confused. He's also slurring his words.
Keeps drifting in and out, but does with a little bit of stimuli, just wake up.
Yep. I'm one of the doctors, mate, OK. How old are you? How old? 26. 26, right, OK. So right femur looks like it's gone, doesn't it?
It looks like his car was on the wrong side of the road. The speed limit is 60 miles an hour.
Huge impact. I mean, you can see from the front of the car and just the state of the door that it's been an absolutely massive impact. To be honest, I'm surprised both patients are not more unwell.
The team are worried about Ruth's chest.
It's really difficult to hear. I can hear her entry both top sides, but she's breathing quite shallow. So
Okay,
take a big deep breath.
fine.
Are you happy there? 2 minutes?
They need to decide how to treat 2 people with major injuries, as well as walking wounded.
Oh, mate, he's trapped.
She's not particularly trapped other than the fact that we just need to get the door open, really.
Yep.
Sats are good on there anyway.
Yep.
Okay, but like I said, her legs aren't particularly trapped.
That chappie over there looks like he's got a femoral fracture. He's got some IVX, he's having some TXA, he's having some analgesia. Yeah. He'll need ketamine for extrication, but there's not much we can do until we can actually get him out to a fire here, mate.
At last, firefighters have arrived with cutting gear. Rush hour traffic held them up.
This chap would be the priority at the moment to get out. So he is conscious. He looks like he's got a femoral shaft fracture, so we'll give him some analgesia when he's at the point of needing to come out. But I'm happy if that door comes off and then we just give him some painkillers, swing him round, lay him down and just pull him out here, basically to make it a bit quicker.
The male driver has been given pain relief, but Paul's still unable to assess Ruth's condition properly in the mangled wreckage of her car.
I've noticed a bit of blood in the footwell, and as you look up her leg, she's got potentially a fracture. Whether this is proximal tib fib, I'm not quite sure.
So fire on scene, I've updated their commander. I've said that chap's probably the priority, but if they can both come out simultaneously, that'd be nice, and I think they've got enough resources to do that.
But she looks like she's got a left leg injury in terms of some soft tissue, I think. Until we get back, I'm not quite sure what else there is.
Speed is of the essence, but Dr. Paul doesn't want to worsen any injuries either.
This chap, his blood pressure dropped a bit, so he's not a snatch one to just drag it out. But I don't think I won't want to be taking half an hour, 45 minutes with him because his blood pressure's dropped. He's got a leg fracture. We're just putting everything in place to have everything ready and available here, so he can go straight out. We can treat his leg fracture and then take him to one of the major trauma centres.
Both cars have been crushed. Twisted bodywork must be cut if they're to free their patients.
They're going to open your door, all right. There'll be a bit of banging, but don't worry about it. Can you open and close your hand a few times for me?
Amazingly, Ruth is making small talk.
Are you called Rob?
Rob? No, I'm called Paul. Why?
It's okay, because
Pop this arm down for me, thank you.
All right, what's his surname?
I don't know. His daughter used to come to my daughter's dad's
Relax,
school.
Okay. The fire brigade are turning your car into a convertible.
I could hear that.
Okay.
My knee started really hurting.
Your left knee. You have got quite a big cut. Okay.
The other driver is nearly free. He'll be driven to hospital.
He's already had some morphine, and then we've given him a little bit of ketamine, just because I'm a little bit concerned about that right leg, but it's really difficult to see because he's so trapped at the moment. So when we get him out, then we'll be able to kind of give him a full top to toe, really, and then go from there.
He's been put onto a spinal stretcher to prevent further injury to his back.
He was kind of fully conscious, so I've explained what we're going to do, and he's saying it's still a little bit sore, and he was shouting a bit then when we're trying to move him. So giving him another dose, and hopefully that'll get on top of his pain a little bit better.
He was lucky to survive the impact. So was Ruth.
Let's bring this arm across here for me, love. How are we doing?
Okay.
Sure? Not fibbing, are you? Good.
They're almost ready to move her.
Obviously, my concern is the leg as well. I mean, I don't think she's bleeding. Yeah. The second Tom's got a longboard. Slide underneath the backside, get her out, get her scoop, get her pelvic band in situ ready, at least if you don't put it on. Yeah, and then have a good look at her leg.
There are fears she's bleeding internally.
Watch that leg as she's coming out. Now, her BP's dropped. Now, I don't think it's just solely because of morphine, because she's only 2.5. Her blood pressure suddenly dropped, so I need to make sure we can get her out comfortably with a potential pelvic injury, and then reassess her when we get her out and have a good look at her.
Ruth is now finally free.
Ruth?
Yes, hello.
Right, sweetheart, listen to me.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a bit more morphine in a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get her scooped off the longboard, and then we'll get her in ambulance and warm up, and we'll get the pelvic binder on and just sort it all out.
She is being taken into an ambulance so Paul can examine her properly. both cars are now little more than scrap metal.
She's possibly got an open fracture of that left leg. She's got quite a decent laceration on it, down to bone, so obviously we need to make sure it's not fractured in any way, shape or form. Also, she's complaining a lot of pain around the pelvis. Now, it might just be the fact that her seatbelt has been around that area, but she has got some abrasions and some bruising, and her blood pressure's dropped, which could indicate the fact that she's got a bleed somewhere going off internally. I've got some antibiotics drawn up ready to give in case it is an open fracture. And I've also got some TXA, which is to help clotting and the breakdown of clots and things like that, so she doesn't bleed out, basically.
To save time, Paul will examine her on the road journey to the Northern General in nearby Sheffield. Her kids are going to the local children's hospital. Dalby Forest covers 8,000 acres on the edge of the North York Moors, and every weekend, thousands of riders come to take on 6 of the country's most challenging mountain bike routes.
From the grid is Sierra Echo 855877. Over.
Paramedics Daz and Matty have been scrambled to a clearing in the woods.
Yeah, we'll receive Sierra Echo 855877. Any more info and detail? Is it at the visitor centre, over?
All I've got at the moment is potentially a BS cardiac arrest. I've heard something about a couple of shocks being given.
In the trees, a rider is fighting for his life.
It's extremely crucial that the minute a patient goes into cardiac arrest, the clock literally is ticking. So if they're in a shockable rhythm, such as ventricular fibrillation, which potentially this patient is in, the sooner they get that shock, the more chance we've got of getting the heart restarted back into a normal rhythm. So at the minute, his heart is in a bit of unorganised chaos, it's fibrillating. So if we can defibrillate that, it may start pumping as it should do. So as we say, time is of the essence in a cardiac arrest.
It's taken just 10 minutes to reach the scene.
99's visual with ambulance and crew preparing to land. We've got on the right, a little bit of wind, not so much down here, quite sheltered. Got the high ground coming up.
Pilot Colin is heading for a crowd that has gathered around the patient.
SV's washing off, another ambulance coming through.
Yeah, visual with the DCA.
Yeah. It looks quite sloping, doesn't it, where they are?
So I believe there's a DCA and an RRV there.
Yep.
Yep, somebody waving in the 1 o'clock now.
Got somebody on the bike there.
Mountain
biker needs to move, carry on. And to wind. Helipad, auto trim please.
Okay, auto trim is off.
Eyes on for a flat bit. Bottom end of the field.
Still okay on the right, mate.
Yeah.
Good left.
Helicopters can't land on uneven ground, and this is right on the margins.
Just got a slope here, haven't we? Left,
yeah,
left skid low.
Yeah, left skid low. It looks quite steep.
Put it cross slope to start with.
Yeah, rising ground for your right.
Yeah, got that with the discs. Just put it here. What's that number's there?
That feels better. So minus 8 and 7.
Yeah, that's okay.
Puts it down, I'll just let
Yeah, that's good.
99's landed.
The cyclist collapsed after stopping on the track. Without shocks from this defibrillator, he'd most likely be dead.
Hiya guys, you alright? I'm Matty, nice to meet you all.
39-year-old Chris Cuthbertson was on a 12-mile ride through the trees. A local paramedic is bringing the team up to speed.
In his early 40s, just had some been out cycling with his mates. He was seen to pull over and then fall off his bike rather than we did get it through initially as he possibly crashed, but he stopped and collapsed.
You sound still
immediate
Chris?
bystander CPR and CPR by off-duty firefighters. AD was got quite quickly and shocked him 3 times.
Okay.
To Ross about 10 minutes prior to our arrival.
Okay.
Forest rangers rushed to help.
We're all trained first aiders on site. And yeah, we have a defib that's at the visitor centre. The member of the public came and knew that we obviously had one and got it and came up to the scene. First time I've heard it's been used on site, so worth its weight in gold.
Chris had travelled down from the northeast with workmates. They're naturally very concerned.
Probably James Cook. We're just going to do an ECG trace and just take it from there.
Okay.
Yeah, James Cook. Yeah, we'll take him to James Cook.
He's very young for a heart attack, but it's too early to tell the cause.
These ECGs, when they're taken immediately after a cardiac arrest, can often show
quite bad-looking things. It's better when they settle down. So
when we got back to him, because literally I was there and he was there, got him, he was trapped on the bike, and he was just, before he was on the fitter first, he was shit.
Okay, yeah.
And then all of a sudden just stopped being blue.
So the guys, probably yourself included, whoever started CPR on him, fantastic job straight away.
All they've done was just shout as loud as they could and just had a few people coming
The early defibrillation is absolutely fantastic, so well done guys, you've done an amazing job, okay? Now that you've done all the hard work in getting him back to this, we just need to look after him now and make sure he stays this way, okay?
Just when he get in touch with his wife, because she's told him what his car and his bike. Just so she knows where.
Okay, so rather than panicking her, if you just tell her to head up to James Cook Hospital, I think that's the best thing. If you tell her exactly what's happened, she's going to be really panicked, and if she's driving, may cause her to have an untoward event.
Matty's patient is responding well for a man whose heart stopped 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, just on a quick update, we've got a patient who is now GCS 14, 1-4, tachycardic at 104, 104, saturation's 96%, 96% on 15 litres O2.
His blood pressure is holding up, although his heart is beating faster than normal.
Yeah, that's all received, Matty. Thanks for that.
But Chris is confused and has no memories of his collapse.
I appreciate this is all happening really quickly. I'm just going to give you some medication to help you with some sickness. OK, buddy? You've had a bit of a collapse today, mate, out cycling. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop you into the helicopter and we're going to take you up to James Cook at Middlesbrough.
So you've given your mates a bit of a fright. So we're going to take you to the hospital. All right.
There's some little black handles on the outside of this bag. We'll get one on each corner, but ideally we're going to need 6 of us to do this. OK? So if you all grab with the same hand and we all face this way, we're all in one line then, yeah? Ready, extended lift. And then we'll go back down this way, guys, towards the helicopter.
The cause is a medical mystery for now.
Initially we thought maybe he'd fallen off his mountain bike and he had a traumatic cardiac arrest, but it turns out he stopped and had probably some sort of cardiac event. We're not too sure yet. So we've had a look at his ECG and there's nothing conclusive on there, but I think we're going to fly him up to James Cook. He's had what we call a VF arrest, so his heart stops. Luckily there's been really good bystander CPR, and they've had access to a defib at the mountain bike centre here.
Listen to Daz's instructions. Yeah.
Having suffered one cardiac arrest, Chris is vulnerable to another.
I'm going to pop these ear defenders on because it's going to be a bit noisy, all right?
Right.
I'm just up here, mate. You see me? Not a pretty sight, is it? There?
There's no time to waste.
Okay, before takeoffs, please. Okay, pre-takeoffs, engines both to fly. They're coming on the way up and they're guarded. Confirm both flight and guarded, doors and harnesses. Closed and secure. Closed and secure in the rear, and I am now clipped on. Closed and secure front left. Fuel. We've not touched it, the keys there. Roger.
Colin's going to be heading north at 150 miles per hour.
Into the hover, I'll probably come right slightly, and then we'll do a helipad out of here. Okay, lifting, and clear that.
No doubt about it, Chris is still extremely unwell at the minute, but his condition has improved remarkably from when the initial call came in of him being in cardiac arrest. So we've just got to continue to monitor him now, because what we don't want to do is, we don't want to miss anything. So now that he's regained consciousness and breathing again, we start from the beginning, so we make sure that his airway is nice and clear and that he is breathing normally and at a controlled rate. His blood pressure is fantastic. We're continuing to monitor that. And if anything starts to change, we should be able to pick up early enough if he's going to potentially go into cardiac arrest again. Time is of the essence. This gentleman has been critically unwell before we've arrived. What we don't want to do is waste time at sea. We're not wasting our time, we would be wasting his time. He needs to be in hospital in definitive care, having further investigations that we cannot provide in the field.
NS99's on finals for James Cook. That's received, thanks.
It's quite bloody breezy. So not so headwind there coming in. Yeah, smoke's moving around up there.
Chris will be taken to resus to be stabilised. Cardiac specialists have been called too.
Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated.
99's landed.
This is Christopher. He's approximately 40 years of age. He's been out cycling with his friends this morning. Was absolutely fine, didn't say he was feeling well or anything. His friend said he stopped his bike, got off his bike and then proceeded to start fitting on the floor. That's what they've described his actions. He's stopped breathing. He's had immediate bystander CPR. He's also had 3 shocks with the community defibrillator. When we arrived, he was GCS 14, eyes 4, verbal 4, motor 6, and he's remained that way throughout. He's required no post-ROS care whatsoever. His blood pressure's been fantastically stable throughout. His last one was 120/80, respiratory rate 22. We don't know anything about his medical history. I'm assuming he's normally fit and well.
Chris is still confused.
Hey.
Chris, so you've had a bit of a collapse while you've been cycling today, all right, mate? So we've flown out to you and we've brought you up to hospital in Middlesbrough to see the doctors, all right, mate? So I know this is all a bit scary, but I don't want you to worry. I know that's easy for all of us to say, but these guys are going to look after you, OK?
The battle to identify what caused Chris's collapse starts here. The results may change his life. Night is falling at the Nostell helipad, and so is the cloud base. Low cloud means it's just not safe to fly. But just up the road, there's been a crash.
Got any details on the patient's name?
It's just a head injury. The weather is a bit pants at the minute, so we've decided that we're going to have to come on the car because we're not guaranteed to get there with the low cloud. So obviously because it's quite wintry at the minute, there's a lot of rain about the roads. The roads are going to be quite slippery. What it takes is for someone to go in a little bit faster than what maybe the weather conditions would allow, or a bit of oil or diesel or something like that on the road, and you hit that in wet conditions and you're just going to lose it.
Ambulances have also been scrambled to the scene. It's close to the A1, one of Yorkshire's busiest roads.
Yeah, Dave, we found it. It's near the A1M junction.
Police are already on scene. A van and a truck have collided. They're joining a local paramedic who has already assessed the patient.
Hiya.
Hey, love, you all right?
Mrs. Marson is 40.
Okay.
Apparently the lorry's jackknifed and come into the side of him.
Ah.
He's got pain in his centre of his neck.
Okay.
Lower and upper back. Tingling in his right arm.
Okay. Paramedic Gav and Dr. Sarah need to work out what happened. The driver's side of the van took most of the impact.
So that lorry was going in that direction?
Yeah, that's been going that way, so as it's braked, because it's coming around a bend...
It's come out.
As it's coming around a bend, it's braked and the Foss is still taking that way, so
the trail is
slid, yeah.
And hit him coming this way.
Yeah,
so basically they just...
And then he's hit into that at the same time.
Accidentally hit each other.
The first paramedic to arrive has been talking to the van driver. He's subdued and in pain.
He can take a deep breath in, but he said it's hurting on his back when he does that.
Okay.
He's got air entry, heart rate's about 80.
Okay.
There's little damage to the lorry.
Yeah, we've only got one patient at the minute there. There's been no contact with the lorry's cab, it's just to the rear wheel of his Arctic. So the ambulance crew have had a quick chat with the driver of the Arctic, and everything seems to be fine with him, so we'll just concentrate on this gentleman here.
Marcin Kapusta was driving. Now he is sitting in the passenger seat of his vehicle.
My name's Paul, I'm one of the paramedics. So is it just that right-hand side that's tingling?
Both arms.
Both arms? Okay, right. What's it feel like when you move that leg? Okay.
Painful.
Heavy and painful. Okay, there's no pain in your hips or anything like that, is there?
Yeah, that's the pain in our hips.
Okay.
Paul's trying to rule out the usual injuries from a low-speed collision. Torn ligaments, bruising and seatbelt burns.
Everything's hurting him, it sounds of it.
Oh, but he does look quite sore.
Yeah, so
Bless him.
We'll get him out.
Get him out and lay down and then...
They need to see their patient more clearly, under proper lighting.
The problem we've got at the moment is he's moved himself across to the passenger seat and he's alert and orientated, so usually we would just ask him to step out of the vehicle and get onto the scoop, but he feels he can't do that because his legs are very heavy because of pain in his back.
He's already been fitted with a neck support as a precaution. They need to take his tingling and back pain seriously. They could be caused by a spinal injury.
Right, so what we're going to do then, we're going to lay you down slightly and we're going to get your bottom onto the stretcher and we're going to slide you up that way, okay? Just relax back, just relax. Just go with it, mate. All right, so bring your arms across there for me. You're right there, Sarah, you got it, yeah?
Got it. Keep going backwards, Martin. It's all the way back.
One move, ready, steady, move. And ready, steady, move.
Martin, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Martin?
Yeah.
Hello. We're just going to get you off this hard one and put you onto a different one, OK?
He's being loaded into the ambulance, where Paul can assess him fully.
Yeah, we're in.
So, temperature-wise, feels about the same. Colour, cat refill, about the same, that's fine.
He's doing a neurological examination, checking that he doesn't have any compromise neurovascularly, meaning has he got a good blood flow to his feet and the nerve supply to his feet okay? Because people who've had an accident such as this could sustain a spinal injury, and that could mean that they can't feel their legs below where the injury is. So Paul's trying to ascertain how serious he thinks this injury is.
So if I touch that toe, does that feel the same as when I'm touching that toe?
No.
No. How is it different?
The left one, no.
The left one's now numb?
Yeah.
OK.
Something doesn't quite add up.
I think we're okay because he was just a little bit in his foot that he felt was ever so slightly different to the other side, but the rest of it is fine. Can you straight leg raise at all, or is it too sore?
Can you lift that leg up for me?
Nice and straight. Lift it up, Martin.
From
Good
the
lad.
hips. Yeah.
Lovely job.
The team have ruled out any serious injury, and their patient is beginning to feel better.
Actually, the feeling's now coming back, so obviously I'm not overly concerned that he's got a long-lasting spinal injury, but he may well have just bruised his bones or his muscles and things like that. So I think he'll go through for an assessment at the nearest emergency department, and then they'll probably discharge him after that.
What appeared a serious accident has turned out to be minor. It's now a matter for the insurance companies. Police are taking no action. The beauty of the Yorkshire Dales attracts millions of visitors each year, and some of them come to capture it on canvas. But today, one painter is suffering for his art. He's been knocked unconscious.
Lift to the hover, it is southeasterly wind, so we'll be pretty much straight into wind with a clear area departure. Roger. All happy in the back?
Clear left.
Yes.
Paramedics Sammy and Sam are flying to the rescue.
12 minutes transit time, Sam. We've been asked to go and help out at a detail over in a place called Janet's Foss, which is not far from Malham Tarn in North Yorkshire. Sounds like a 70-year-old gentleman's fallen and banged his head.
It seems the patient is an artist who is looking for a better place to sketch. He is elderly, and this fall could be serious.
Part of the natural ageing process is that your brain starts to shrink a little bit, but obviously your skull stays exactly the same size as it was when you were 20, 30, 40 years younger. So lots of the blood vessels that attach sort of the brain to the skull can get stretched, so it's much easier for those to tear and for you to get slow bleeds into the skull. So if you do get a bit of a bump on your head, which to a younger person can seem quite trivial, in these people, while they might seem all right in front of you, they can get worse.
4 minutes to run. If it's close, I'll stay at the aircraft and you just shout back what you want, but if it's not, then let me know if you want me to come with you, just with all the gear.
Yeah, will do.
The team know the accident scene well.
But it's in a tree-covered sort of windy valley,
Yeah,
and then it
visual.
comes up to the water area, and then it breaks out and then to a road. It sounds like they had to go up to the road.
Right, 1 o'clock, Sam, was the general area. Just looking for any indication of where we might be.
The Dales are busy today.
So it'll be this top side is where the waterfall is. So I suggest we go to where the ice cream van is and then work our way back down.
We just want to make sure it's not at the bottom and someone's waving at us. And the downside is kind of everyone will wave. Yeah, there is that, yeah. Okay, and it looks way to my right, so I'm just going to come and have a look. See
You got that single wire, same one you mentioned earlier?
Harry's dropping the team at the end of a riverside walk.
Okay, leave it fully down, included to get out.
They're on foot from here.
Hello. Hello, sir. What's your name?
David.
Hi, David. I'm Sam.
Hi, Sam.
What's happened?
I was going up there to try and get above that rock so I could see the waterfall. I slipped, and well, after that, I don't know what happened. I ended up down there somewhere.
So where were you stood when you fallen? On the path here? Up here? And then you've ended up...
Landed on there.
David Kaup is on an art club trip from his home in Derbyshire.
Do you suffer with any medical problems at all?
Oh, you name them, I've got them. It's diabetes, high blood pressure.
David's shaken and confused.
Why did you fall? Did you just kind of lose your footing, or did you go dizzy before you fell, or...?
No, I think I must have lost my footing. I can't remember going dizzy.
All a bit of a blur.
Yeah, all a blur, yeah.
Have you eaten today?
Yeah, I had breakfast.
Sharp scratch.
Mm-hmm.
What do you take for your diabetes?
Tablets. Yeah, it's type 2.
How often do you check your blood sugar, or is that something that your GP does?
No, I do it every couple of days. It's been up recently.
Sam suspects his fall may be connected to his medical problems.
Oh, it has been, yeah. 22.
Rather than a simple loss of balance.
Is your GP aware of kind of your slightly low blood sugar levels?
Yeah.
So no pain in sort of your neck, your back, no pins and needles in your hands or your feet, nothing like that?
No.
Excellent.
Friends from his art group dressed the wound.
They have done a good job of this.
A medic, 2 from medic, 1 PCA crew just pulling up. I'll bring them down. Do you want anything bringing for that?
Although David has a deep gash in his head, Sam's decided the injury isn't serious.
If they've got like a little dressings pouch, you can bring one of those down and we can probably redo that.
A local ambulance crew will take him to hospital.
So between us, we'll give you a hand kind of getting up that way, get you sort of comfortable on the ambulance, and then obviously have a chat with the crew, work out where's the best place for you to go to, and then go from there. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Sam. Yeah,
Excellent. His artist friends are relieved.
He's got a cut on his head, so it'll need gluing. Because of his tender years, just need to go and wait in A&E for a few hours just to make sure nothing, because sometimes as we get older, you become more prone to slow bleed in the brain. They're really rare, so I'm not trying to worry you, but we just need to watch you for a few hours.
It's a treacherous path to the falls.
Go steady. I think this is the bit I nearly ended up going down a bit quickly.
It's time for the team to head back to base, as David is taken to hospital for several hours of observation. It's hoped his fall won't lead to more serious consequences, but only time will tell. Yorkshire's 2 air ambulances fly around 2,000 missions every year, an average of 5 a day.
No, we've got 5 minutes to run.
High over West Yorkshire, Helimed 98 is returning from one rescue, and now the team are being diverted to another.
It looks currently like it's on the A58, over. Roger, thanks.
Near Leeds, a biker has been badly injured.
Fast road, that. There's a flash road, isn't it? We're heading towards Halifax, reports of a motorcycle accident. There's been multiple calls about this accident, so our air desk has set us off towards it until we've got some good information from the scene.
Dr. Steve and paramedics Rachel and Tyrone are only minutes from the scene. Biking season is well underway on Yorkshire's roads.
The majority of them are well prepared, are safe riders, they're wearing the protective clothing that's required. But unfortunately, we do come across a number of riders each year that aren't wearing full leathers. Without full leathers or appropriate protective clothing, you're hugely at risk when you come off your bike.
Static traffic on a road running towards us there. That is Whitehall Road, which is the A58. So the grid is come off of just a mobile to the course. Yeah, that's our road, isn't it?
Oh yeah, visual.
The crash has happened in a tailback from roadworks.
Yeah, there's a gate there, top end of the field as well. See it? Red gate, top end of the field there as you look at it. 2 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, got it.
No, yeah. I'm fire there if you need help.
Yep, make it out.
If you get there and you need blood,
I'll let you know. Tail's looking good.
Cheers.
Pilot Jeff's landing in a field next to the crash.
Oh yeah.
John Wavell was wearing all the right gear, but he's still in great pain.
Steve and Rachel.
Hi.
How are we doing?
John. The traffic's been backed up, apparently some roadworks further up the
Yeah,
road,
we spotted
so
that
everything
as well.
had sort of stopped.
Yeah.
John's been filtering down the outside of the traffic. I believe the red car started to do a U-turn.
Okay.
Not seeing him as he's coming past.
Just caught
He wasn't riding very fast, but his bike came to rest 30 yards away from its rider in the red car.
Your neck doesn't hurt, does it?
No, I've no pain in my neck and my back. I just stayed on the floor.
Yeah, okay. There we go, we'll just wiggle that out.
So how far do we think we've gone?
When I went down, I stayed on the deck. I didn't lose conscience. I know I didn't, because I've done that. I knew straight away I'd gone down on my left side because I can feel my knee. I think it's scuffed and stuff.
Scuffed, yeah. You've got scuff on the
I definitely hit with my shoulder. Well, that's where the pain really is.
Yeah, take it. What we'll do is we'll unzip your T-shirt at the front so we can have a little look at your shoulder. Okay, so.
You're not going to get me fat belly out here.
Well, there's no harm in advertising, is there?
I could do with losing a few pounds, I must admit. It probably helped, if anything.
His leathers are finished.
To be honest, they're ripped at the back anyway, so they're trashed. So.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to upgrade my scissors to my biker's leather scissors now.
Well, mine were the brand new.
Oh, no way!
They've done their job. They've paid their.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been riding 30 odd years and I've never come off. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. No.
You get what you pay for as well.
Yeah.
Hello. All right.
John's a veteran rider, but taking to the road on two wheels is always a risk.
I go out with my husband on the back of our motorbike, and I've been obviously to numerous motorbike RTCs over the years, and it really makes a massive difference for people to actually have the decent protective gear on. In fact, I went shopping yesterday looking for gear myself actually, and make sure that I actually got some decent stuff that would protect me if I was to come off at speed. Obviously, sometimes it doesn't always work. However, if you've got the right stuff on, it gives you a really good chance of coming out with minor injuries rather than potentially major life-threatening injuries.
Steve's giving John painkillers. It looks like he may have broken several bones despite the low-speed impact. His wife rushed to the scene.
I just got a quick phone call as I was driving towards this area anyway, and then I was told not to come down, but I was halfway here, so I just turned around and came down and just found him on the road. Bit of a nerve-wracking thing, but we'll just see what's next, really.
What's next for her husband is a full examination.
My arm's quite sore as well, to be honest.
Which one?
The top at the left, but I don't know if it's just because...
That one?
Yeah. Yes.
You got bruising. Yeah. How's that pain level?
It's
Can you give it a score out of 10?
It's I'd probably say it's up there with an 8 or 9.
It's quite severe, isn't it?
It is sore. I mean, it's obviously I've not moved a lot as well, so it feels, best way I can describe it, feels really tight, as if my shoulder's really tight in.
Yeah. Okay.
What you like for getting blood out of?
I'm all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Without his protective suit, this accident could have been much worse.
He's had full protective gear on. Unfortunately, as we've cut his leathers off, he said they were pretty much brand new, but they've done their job. So it seems like he's got shoulder, clavicle, arm injuries, really sore around that left shoulder, which is where he's taken the brunt of the impact. Undoubtedly, the leathers have done a great job in protecting him from any more serious injury.
But John may still need surgery. He's off to hospital for x-rays.
You can gently roll your back then, John. Okay, bud. Right, and what we'll do is just bring your hips through a little bit. Ready, steady. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, mate.
The team are sending him to the local A&E. His injuries are not serious enough for the major trauma centre they usually fly patients to.
Get you up onto the stretcher, into the ambulance, then on your way. Ready, brace, lift. Okay, you're on.
Janet, just find out what's going on with my bike.
Never mind your bleeding bag.
Polish out.
Yeah.
He's going by road, releasing Helimed 98 for a more urgent case.
Does look like an isolated shoulder injury. His breathing's fine, blood pressure and pulse are fine. We'll get the road crew to run him to Huddersfield for assessment. He may well have broken his collarbone there, so unfortunately he's going to be off his bike for a little while longer.
300 bikers die every year on Britain's roads. Thankfully, John's decision to spend on safety gear means he will live to ride again.
Take care. Sorry we had to cut your leathers.
Doctors found he's dislocated his shoulder and broken the socket. It's the start of 3.5 months of treatment. John has been left with permanent loss of movement in his arm, but he reckons he'll still be able to ride a bike. The driver of the car was sent on an awareness course.
Right, Ruth, my name's Paul. I'm one of the pilots on the helicopter.
Ruth, who was trapped in her car after a head-on crash in Rotherham, needed surgery on a broken thigh bone and spent 4 nights in hospital.
someone came and was kind of turning your car off, trying to turn it off. It looked like there was smoke coming from the front of the radiator or something, and it was kind of, oh my God, if there's a fire, I can't get out of this car.
Her 2 children escaped with whiplash, but it was a traumatic night for the family.
I felt quite helpless, being stuck in the car and not being able to cuddle the girls and comfort them myself. Not being able to give my little one a cuddle who was crying. She just had my hand to hold on to, so it was very traumatic for Sophie, with her being only 4.
Ruth realised she knew paramedic Paul after all, but didn't know his name.
Are you called Rob?
Rob? No, I'm called Paul.
Their daughters used to attend the same dance class.
That put my mind so much at ease that I knew who he was, and he offered to come in the ambulance with me.
Let's get her scooped off the longboard.
It was just so nice to have somebody there that you knew. I couldn't have asked for any more, and it's an invaluable service that we have in this country.
The 24-year-old from the other car was banned from driving for more than 3 years for drink driving. Chris, the mountain biker who almost died after a cardiac arrest in Dalby Forest, was diagnosed with a hereditary heart condition.
And yeah, we have a defib that's at the visitor centre. First time I've heard it's been used on site.
He's now back at work with the 2 colleagues who saved his life by performing CPR. After a night in Pinderfields Hospital in Wakefield, van driver Marcin was sent home to recover from facial injuries and whiplash.
Hello, sir. What's your name?
David.
Hi, David, I'm Sam.
73-year-old artist David suffered severe concussion after his 9-foot fall in the Dales. But he's now home and busy completing the painting that began as a sketch the day of his accident.
I ended up with a cut head, but really that's not a lot. That's nothing to worry about. It could have been a lot worse.
He's since discovered he was knocked out and found face down in the river by 2 tourists who pulled him out.
They say, you're foolish doing it. You can't go through life without some sort of challenge, even if it is a bit risky. That, you know, you think, well, I didn't ought to have fallen off that rock. But you've got to do these things. Life would be boring without it, wouldn't it?
He's very grateful to the paramedics who raced to help him that day.
It was so nice to see somebody there that you knew you could trust. You know they knew the job. I don't think I'd have made it back out of Janet's Foss if things hadn't gone as they did.
And he has a lasting reminder of the day in the Dales when he suffered for his art.
I've got halfway through the painting, and I certainly intend to get it finished. And in here, it's not quite as dangerous as actually going out there and doing it. I think I'm safer in here, really.